Looks like I'm live according to YouTube. Anyway, hopefully the connection stays good while I make this live stream. I don't think I'll do a long one today. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. So I just got in from a ride, hence the leather jacket, and I had my computer out here. So I figured, you know what, let's just do a live stream before I even change into my shorts and flip flops. So looks like we've had some dude, I'm going to say scumbag, trolling on this channel. And I kind of figured it out from some of his comments. When he started leaving comments, they're just kind of weird. He's kind of an odd duck. And I think he goes by different aliases. So he's not going to be doing that here anymore because I got rid of him. And if he does, it's going to go right into the spam and trash. So this dude goes by Jonathan Bittinger. You've probably seen his comments on here. Complete idiot. Brian Lowry. So if you see this guy show up on your feed leaving comments, get rid of him right away. And then there's another one, 23ARKO. So could be the same guy, or they're maybe working together. So this is a troll, and he leaves nothing but negative comments. He's just a complete fool. I'm guessing, I checked out his channel. He doesn't have any subscribers. The 23ARKO looks like he could be a gamer. So I'm guessing he's probably a young guy, maybe a teenager, maybe early 20s, just a complete loser. So I got rid of them, and no more trolls here. The minute anything shows up like this on here, they're gone. I can't stand trolls. They're just a waste of time. So don't respond to them. Just get rid of them right away, block them, or do whatever you have to do, or report them. So hope everybody's having a good day. Current temperature here is 11:44 a.m. Pacific time. Wow, it's already just about 12. Holy cow. And I had a nice bike ride in town. I went to beachside and I had a coffee, sat on the ocean side, and watched people take their kayaks out there. Good day for kayaking. And then I came home, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to water the garden after this. I do have to actually carve a tiki. I'm bringing one to a surf shop in Tofino. So it is 20 degrees Celsius here, and current humidity is 50.7% humidity here on Salt Spring Island. And I stopped at the fig farm on the way home just to shoot a quick video update. Fig trees are looking good. There's lots of fig trees at the fig farm. It's about 4.5 to 5 kilometers south of where we live, but on the same road. And lots of different types of figs they grow there. I don't know if you guys have ever eaten fresh figs, but they are absolutely awesome off the tree. When you harvest fresh figs, they have to be nice and soft. That's their sweetest, right? Like honey. And a good one for here is Desert King. Desert King. That's what they call it, like Desert King, not desert, like the Sahara Desert. Desert King. And it's nice and hardy, and it produces lots of fruit in this climate, and really, really sweet. If you're lucky, you will get a second crop. Just depends on the. Hey, Bastar, I'm doing good. How are you doing, man? I like the Canadian maple leaf there for the thumbnail. Nice to see you. And if anybody else is in there, pop in, say hi, leave your comments, and let me know how you're doing out there. So everything's good here on Salt Spring, Ontario. Awesome. Good to see you in there. We have lots of people from Ontario that like to hop in here on these live streams. Lots of gardeners, lots of keen gardeners in Ontario. They grow lots of cool stuff. So take advantage of the climate. Ontario probably goes from zone 1 or even colder down to zone 7A, which is in Windsor and Point Pelee down in the south. I think Niagara region is 6B. Maybe there's some microclimates of 7A. So take advantage of your microclimates. That's all I'm doing here. There's no trick to growing this stuff in our, like I say, North Pacific jungle garden. And it is really like a jungle garden when you walk through here, and you can create your own jungle garden. There's no real trick to it. Just pick the right plants that will grow in your climate. Zone 6B, so you're probably around Toronto. Toronto, I think, is 6B. And I know the area well, even though I've never been there. I'm good with my climates and different in geography. I'm very good with geography and the different climates of North America. So take advantage of it. You're probably close to the lake then, I'm guessing. And the big lakes will regulate the air temperatures too. So if you're near a lake, it's better. If the lakes freeze, it's not going to do anything for you. But when they're not frozen, it does help for sure. So there you go. But I've got a little bit of a breeze here coming off the ocean today. Looks like a southwesterly. Yeah. I got addicted to palms last summer. Now I got to grow. Yeah, sweet. I ship a lot of palm seeds and seedlings to Ontario. I just shipped a bunch of Sable Cross Brazoriensis to Ontario yesterday. I shipped, well, not a bunch of them. I think there was, they order 5. I sell 5 on eBay, and I usually ship them maybe 7 or 8. I always throw a couple more in. So I shipped more than a half a dozen to Ontario. I ship a lot of seeds to Ontario too. I think I've shipped much every province of Canada now. Even Newfoundland. I've shipped a lot of seeds and seedling to Newfoundland, believe it or not. There's one guy in New Brunswick, and he often post pictures in one of my palm groups, people who love palm trees and exotic plants. That's on Facebook. And he's in New Brunswick, and he has one of my Wagnerianus palms growing in his garden, and it is super impressive. It is actually getting quite big. I think I sent him seeds or seedlings about 15 years ago. And it's taller than him now, the palm, and he does box it in and protect it. I was in Florida and got to see all the cool plants in the Everglades. Now I like, yeah, cool, cool. Yeah, there's lots of palm trees, cool ones that grow in Florida. I've been to Miami before, but I've never been to the Everglades. Everglades, lots of cool stuff that grows there. It's tropical, right? Very humid. What you want to grow is sable minor and Rhipidophyllum hystrix. Put them in a sheltered area and protect them when it gets cold. Any arborescent palms, too, are definitely going to need protection every winter. There are people in Ontario that grow palm trees, and you can go onto YouTube and see their videos. And they do box them in, and they have insulation inside, usually styrofoam inside the boxes, and they're into the thermocube thing. They use the heater. These are Trachycarpus palms behind me here. I'll show you if you've ever seen them. These ones are Trachycarpus fortunae. These are seed grown and planted as little babies many years ago, growing in poor soil and basically neglected. Yes, it is considered tropical that far south. Royal palms, yeah, there's lots of Roystonia regia. Sables grow native down there. I think there's Thrinax too that'll actually grow native in that area, and probably even some Royals might even be native to the very southern part of Florida. Sweet day, Scott McKenzie on Salt Spring Island. Good to see you in there, dude. It is. Hey, how's your tiki? I just carved one for somebody this morning. Well, actually, I carved it and I had to bring it to them this morning. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. I like this weather. You know, we're having a staycation this year, Scott. We canceled our Maui trip, so we're going to be right here. We're going to be on our island in the North Pacific. So thank God there's palm trees here. Can hang out with the palm trees. One of your live streams a couple months back, you mentioned a poor germination. No, they've never did germinate, Toby Josh. My Camadoria radicalis seeds never did germinate. So I'm guessing they were bad seeds. I got them from Europe too. We grow Camadoria in our garden, and they do fine here. I saw a thatch palm. I know it is a type. Yeah, Thrinax. Yeah, Pastor. Yeah, they grow in the south. Yeah, Scott McKenzie, buddy Scott there. He's also on Salt Spring Island. Lives about 15 kilometers south of me. He's in a really sweet spot. Really nice growing area too. That's odd. Mine didn't germinate at all, and I'm good at germinating seeds. So maybe I'm gonna have to order some more. Tiki looks amazing. Thanks, Carbonate. Framed in. Yeah, you've got a great spot there, Scott. Scott's got a cool garden. It's a very impressive spot where he lives, and like I say, in a really nice little microclimate too. Not that far down the hill from a really nice beach, and in an area where you will see daffodils blooming in early January, pretty much every year. Down at the castle across the street, and actually in the castle gardens on the beach. You can watch my videos here of daffodils blooming January 1st and 2nd, not too far from where Scott lives. And that just goes to show you how mild it is. And they're the big daffodils, not the little mini ones. They're the big daffodils. I could probably mail you some fresh seeds. Oh, cool, Toby. I would trade you for some of my seeds. I have a lot of seeds here, so I can trade you for some Trachycarpus seeds from Salt Spring Island. They're easy to mail seeds. You can mail seeds here, no problem. And just make sure to put indoor use on it. That's a trick. Put indoor use on them, and put washed and cleaned, okay, or cleaned and washed. That's what you got to do on the seed on the custom thing. Is it like California warmer later? It's warm here. In the summer months, it's dry and warm. So basically, here in the southern Gulf Islands, we have two seasons, we like to say, with occasional snowfall that doesn't last long. So we have a wet season and a dry season. It's a Mediterranean climate here. We grow olives, figs, and everything else under the sun. And it's dry and warm in the summer. Long stretches without rain. Although there was a couple of times we did get some rainfall in the summer, which was quite nice. It kept the garden watered for at least 2 days. Sweet, I'll message you on Face. Yeah, okay, cool. And I can send you some seeds. I send them all over the north. I send my seeds all over the world, man. I even send them to Florida, believe it or not. There's only one place I can't send my seeds is Hawaii. I can't get them into Hawaii, and sometimes it's tricky getting seeds out of Hawaii. The last batch I got confiscated. Not this last time, but last year they took all my seeds away. So, but yeah, the climate here in on the southern Gulf Islands is one of the best in Canada. And then, of course, there's regions all up Vancouver Island and along the Pacific coast, right near the ocean. Vancouver, Sunshine Coast, very good growing area. No, we're not humid. Yeah, we're not humid here at all. We are dry. The humidity is very low here, and frost comes very late. Usually, our frost comes in December here at this end of the island. This is Zone 9A growing area at this end of the island, and there's lots of Zone 9A pockets on Salt Spring Island, and you can tell by what grows there. Certain areas, Fiscuscularia bicolor looks like it might bloom for us. We have Chilean bromeliads growing in our garden. I planted them, I think it was around 2008, something like that. 12 years ago, maybe a little bit before that. And I can see the red coming in. It almost looks like I can see the head of a flower spike coming out. And they're right out in the open in the garden. They're growing in our cactus patch. But yeah, it's not subtropical here at all. Even though we can grow a garden that looks subtropical, it is very Mediterranean-like. We have native cactus here, native succulents. The island's covered in manzanita up at higher elevations and Pacific madrona trees, broadleaf evergreens. We can get humid, but it isn't until you're in the States. Yeah, I know. It does get very humid, I hear, in Ontario. We got a lot of Ontario and central Canada transplants here on Salt Spring Island, and I've heard all about the summers there. I know them well, even though I've never been there. High humidity and high heat in the summertime. Here, 25 degrees Celsius summer day, but with low humidity is quite nice. And often you get a little bit of an ocean breeze because we are surrounded by ocean, which makes it really nice. So that's our natural air conditioning. Kind of like when the winds blow in Hawaii, you get the trade winds. We get some breeze blowing here. And now it looks like the breeze is just about stopped. So it's quite comfortable out here, although I'm going to be overheating in this jacket soon. I'm in the shade. The sun is still low. It's coming up because it's only it's 11:55 here. It's not all the way up yet. It's not mid. It's not. It comes up a little bit later on. It'll be up where it's, I say, midday sun. It's still over that way there, not right above us. And we got some big trees that are kind of dappling. We got 100-foot big leaf maple there and some big Douglas fir there. But the only place that gets really humid here is in our greenhouse, right after I water it. And then you get the sun beating down there. It's 90 degrees in there or so. And then it gets super humid, too humid for me. So I water it, I get the heck out, and then I water the nursery, and all is good. I'm going to have to water the nursery today. I have a sable minor seed, but it doesn't grow fast. Yeah, they grow pretty slow. We have a lot of sable minor in our garden here. We got some nice ones too. I had one flower a couple times. Yeah, man, it's 102 and humid here today. Ooh, that is hot. Yeah, that's really hot. It's the humidity, Toby, Josh, that usually gets to people. And when we go to Maui in the wintertime, there's a few days that they're humid, but most days we're there is actually really nice. I love the climate of Maui, and you do get those beautiful trade winds blowing, so it does give you the fanning effect off the Pacific Ocean. So anyway, I was going to read this again. We had a troll on this channel. And so watch for him on your channel, okay? Because he's a total scumbag. The troll's name is Brian Lowry, Bryan, and the last name is Lowrei. He's a troll. And then there's another troll who's been commenting, leave lots of stupid remarks and stuff like that, and just very negative. Jonathan Bittinger. So watch for him. Get rid of him right away. And then 23ARKO. These are trolls. I made sure to get rid of them. And I don't know if they're going to show up here anymore because they're going to go right into junk and spam or whatever. So if you see those guys, get rid of them right away. They are trolls and they're nothing but trouble. And to me, they're complete scumbags. Lots of rain now in Denmark. But we watch a really good show that's from Denmark. It's called Rita. We love the show Rita. It's subtitled, and my wife really loves the show Rita. She's a school teacher, a Danish school teacher. It's an awesome show. So watch Rita if you get a chance. And we just watched the last episode last night. GD Gardens. Hey man, how's it going, man? Good to see you in there. And Rock Dust in Denmark. There are palms in Copenhagen. There are palm trees in Denmark, believe it or not. And there's some nice ones there. And you can see palm trees in Denmark if you go to YouTube. I need to visit the west coast of Canada someday. Yeah, if you visit our island, you may not leave, man. I know a lot of people from Ontario that visit here and then they end up buying property here and then they retire or they just move here. But you have to find a job. That's the thing. That's the thing when you live on Salt Spring Island. Work is the thing. If you don't have a job, it can be kind of tough. You might have to leave the island to get a job. I'm growing palms in the front and side. Yep, there are palms, some nice palm trees in Denmark. Nice Trachycarpus fortunei palms. And like I say, go to YouTube and punch in and search palm trees in Denmark, and they will show up. There's one cool guy, and I don't think he shot videos for a while, though, palm trees in his garden. And one of the videos, they're covered with snow. Older guy, and some really nice looking specimens in Denmark. That's one country I'd like to visit too, is Denmark. Looks like a really neat place. That's one of the issue with some of the nice places. Yeah, I'm lucky in my line of work. I work for the government. I work for the Parks Department. I got a really good job here, and my wife is self-employed. We own a couple accommodations here, and I've been booked out solid. It's crazy. So she opened up early July. We were closed because of what was going on, and most people were closed. She decided to open up early July, and it's just like booked solidly booked. So she's quite happy about that. And she also works at another big inn on the south end of Salt Spring Island. So her accommodation does very well here. And she's got I think she's got a 9.6 or 9.8 rating, booking.com. And it's a really nice accommodation. And a lot of people come here to see the exotic garden. So when you step out of your accommodation, self-contained, you're right into the exotic garden. So yeah, no, it's good. And then I have my palm nursery here too. So I'm always keeping busy. I got mine. I do tikis. I carve tikis, and I sell them. We have an art gallery here as well. So the art gallery keeps pretty busy. She's opened 5 days a week with the art gallery. It's opened. The accommodation's open year round, and art gallery seasonal. But she likes to still open it up in the wintertime. There are tourists here year round, but it does definitely slow down in the winter. Thanks, Rock Dust, Denmark. I'm got a palm. GD Gardens. Well, palm trees are good. Not like I always say, plant a palm, you can't grow wrong. I think that's actually on my business card. You know, do I have my card here? I'll show you what my business card looks like, folks. Okay. Looks like the live stream's going really good now. The internet hasn't cut out. There's my there's one of my newer cards. I got this one I think a year ago. So it says on there, plant a palm, you can't grow wrong. And that's what I've always done. And there's the YouTube channel, mine, and then there's Wendy's on the bottom, right? So palm trees and driftwood tikis, folk art tiki seeds and all that stuff, and hardy palms. So that's it. And then there's our Gallery 59 on the front in Magnolia Petal accommodation. So if you're ever on Salt Spring, come and visit our exotic gardens and give us a thing on the internet, a little message or whatever, call us and we can give you a tour. Are you familiar with Butia cross? Yeah, I grow it in our garden. I also grow Syagris cross Butia, or Butia cross Syagris in the garden. Yeah, we have them. So we have mules in our garden. We have a few of them in the garden. And then we have pure Butia. There's Butia here behind me, and we have another Butia down in the lower garden too. White with dreamy eyes. Hey, Dave, what's going on there, big fella? Hey, I'm glad you went to Lytton. I got to watch your video. Hopefully you've uploaded a video. Oh, I just talked to a buddy. I rode to town on my motorbike. And I was sitting with a guy, and he says, Joe, I just got back from Lytton. Went from Lillooet, and he rode up to Lytton, and he says it was awesome up there. Are there a lot of mosquitoes there? No mosquitoes. No mosquitoes here. You'll never see me slapping my face. That's a nice thing. You don't get bothered by insects on Salt Spring Island. Absolutely awesome place to be. It's rare that you're going to get a mosquito here bothering you. There's no bugs that bother you. It's a great place. There's no seams, no black flies, no horse flies, none of that crap to bother you. At least not here where we are. It's crazy how the climate works. I thought you couldn't grow palms anywhere outside of Kelowtex. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Yeah, there's tons. The coast is full of them. Watch my videos. There's palm lined streets in Vancouver in the suburbs. I just added the. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dave. I will check it out, dude, and I will comment on it. And yes, I'm talking to my friend Pete, and he says, yeah, I rode my bike up there, and it was pretty awesome. I says, was it cooking? I says, wasn't bad. Wasn't bad when he was there, but I know it can get pretty hot. Florida has a real bad with all. Oh yeah, well, a lot of places, even in Canada, are bad with no-see-ums, mosquitoes, and all those other places. So we're very fortunate here on Salt Spring Island. There's no poisonous animals here to bother you or danger like poisonous snakes. We have snakes, garter snakes. We have lizards. And the only dangerous thing here are mountain lions / cougar, right? Mountain lions are cougars. So we have mountain lions here, but nobody's ever been attacked that I know of by a mountain lion. I work in the forest all the time in the forested parks, and I can see where they've been, but never had a problem with them. You can see them use their trees as scratching poles. $60. What was it, GD Gardens? What type of palm? We get mosquitoes here, but isn't? Yeah, no, we're not. You'd like it here, man. It's awesome. The climate here is absolutely perfect. Summer climate is perfect. Winter we get more rain and cloud cover, but I don't care. I'm born and raised here, so on the coast, I'm used to it. That's neat. Someone else was, yeah. He had a motorcycle ride up there, Dave. He loved it. He went to Lillooet, Pemberton, drove through Pemberton, went to Lillooet, went up to 100 Mile House, and he says it was amazing up there. The Great Lakes area is the worst mosquito. I know. I know the Great Lakes is bad because I had friends that went camping down there and they says it got eaten alive. They had to actually wear a mosquito. They were wearing this mosquito suit. That's what they said. Our good friend. Next time I do a live stream, when he's here next week, I should do a live stream and get him to talk about his visit to Ontario. Said they got eaten alive by mosquitoes. It was just terrible. So here, you don't have to worry about that on the Gulf Islands. It is beautiful, man. You got to remember, we're surrounded by ocean and no fresh water. There are big lakes on Salt Spring Island, like lots of lakes. I won't say massive, not like the Great Lakes, but we have 11 lakes here. And still, there's not even any mosquitoes around those lakes either. It's a really ideal place to live and garden. Year round, it is actually really nice here. And I feel safe here too. It's a nice, safe place. It's a pretty laid back place, although Salt Spring Island is the metropolis of the Gulf Islands. It's the busiest Gulf Island. No mosquitoes in Ontario when we were there. And right on. You hit it at a right time. I'm sure in the wintertime there's no mosquitoes, but when my friend went in the summertime, they said they were eaten alive, so they had to wear these mosquito suits. They went to a campground. Toby Josh had 0 mosquitoes where I lived in Costa Rica. Oh, I got a friend that lives in Costa Rica. He actually lived here on Salt Spring, a good friend of mine, and he moved there in January 2003, and he came back to visit here last year, came to visit our garden. A really good friend of mine likes Costa Rica. He got a job there. Yeah, it's really tropical there. It's kind of like Hawaii, although when I'm in Maui, it does get below 75 degrees. When I was there, it got down into the upper 60s one night, and the Hawaiians were freezing their heinies off. In the upper 60s is cold in Hawaii. The daytime temperatures are up in the upper 80s, but the low temperatures when we were there in the winter got down into the 60s. I think one night got down to 67, 68. And on watching the weather, they said it's going to be a cool night today on Maui. And it was for the Hawaiians, I guess, but not for the people like us. What are the different types of fruit trees that grow here? Fig, pomegranate, loquat. We grow lots of grapes, goji berries, persimmon. Grow about 400 different types of apples here. We have Apple Fest every year. Apricot, nectarines, peaches, almonds, walnuts, butternuts. Oh God, there's so many fruit trees in here. Plums, pears. I probably missed some, but there's lots of fruit trees. There's orchards all over Salt Spring Island, but I just went to a fig farm on the way home and I shot a video of a fig farm. The biodiversity in Costa Rica makes Hawaii feel, dare I say, really, is that right, eh? Interesting. Yeah, I've never been to, Costa Rica. I was thinking you're saying Puerto Rico. My friend lives in Puerto Rico. Yeah, my wife went to Costa Rica in 2008 and really loved it. She says, you want to see jungle? Go to Costa Rica. It is jungle. The Manoa Valley. Yeah, I go to Lion Arboretum. That's one of my favorite places there. Years ago when I went there, I talked to Ray Baker, the palm expert at Lion Arboretum. I says, I want to see some Trachycarpus. Says they tried them 3 times, but they failed. So I've got a lot of videos here at Lion Arboretum and on my other channel too. So Lion Arboretum is an awesome place. Last time I was in Waikiki on Oahu was 2014. So I've been going to Maui ever since. 2012 I was in Maui too. Dave, it was summer 2012 when we went. Mosquito. Wow, you're lucky. That's cool. That's really nice when you can hit a place with no bugs. I wish Cuba was safer. There was some insane. Is that right, eh? I mean, I got a lot of friends that go to Cuba and they absolutely love it and they've never had a problem in Cuba. I like all the old cars there. I think that's kind of cool. It's kind of like going back in time, isn't it? And I know it's a communist country, which really doesn't make a difference. I guess it's no big deal. But I heard the food's not the greatest, and you actually got to buy toilet paper. Is that true? Like in hotels, you have to pay for it. Come on, I don't believe that. We have lots of fig trees. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, and olives. Oh, we grow olives here too. There's big olive farms here on Salt Spring Island and the Gulf Islands. So the biggest olive farm in the Gulf Islands is here on Salt Spring Island. Has about 3,500 olive trees producing. They harvest them in November, December. The fruit. Cuba is safe. Never had. Yeah, I've got friends that go to Cuba and they've never had a problem there. I've never heard anything bad about Cuba. I just heard the food wasn't good, and that's it. They go to Verdaderos, a lot of them. Yeah, look at my videos, Rock Dust on olives on Salt Spring Island. It's called the Olive Farm. They have a website, and we're also big producers of, well, you know, the stuff that people smoke. Um, Safety in Latin America, sharks and tornadoes will almost certainly not have a problem. Oh, cool. Yeah, I go to Maui. I've never had a problem in Hawaii. This would have been my 27th visit to Hawaii, but canceled this year. Uh, Hopefully next year we'll go back again. I go every year, and this is the first time I've actually had to cancel. Excuse me, I'm eating my lunch. Whole grain tacos, nachos. But yeah, the olives they grow here, Rock Dust, they grow 8 different varieties in the olive farm. Can you show the tree from banana tree? Yep. I can't show it now because it's another part of the garden. And banana plants are down in the South Slope garden. But yeah, there's we have guests staying on that deck right now, so I can't really go down there right now because there's guests down there on the that's down on the B&B deck. But I will. I can shoot a video for you. Latin America had some reputation for extreme violence. Yeah, they did. I mean, there was a lot of violence even in Florida and Miami. At least, oh, cool. Mm, you lived in Waikiki, right on. I was married in Oahu. You know that the first time around. I was married at Diamond Head Park, and then back in the summer of '86. Second time around, I got Maui'd. So I'm Maui'd to Wendy. Yeah, there was a lot of gangs and stuff. It looked really sketchy when I was walking around Miami one night. Stayed at the Hilton there, or the Hyatt Regency in Miami, and decided to walk around the town that one night, the city, and there. It just felt like I was looking over my shoulders. So kind of sketchy. I never have that problem in Maui. Certainly don't have that problem here on Salt Spring Island. We have our fair share of hooligans too, but I've never had a problem with them. Why do I prefer Maui? First of all, I have a lot of friends there, and it's more laid back. I love Waikiki. Don't get me wrong. I love Waikiki too, but now that I'm getting older, I like the more relaxing, quieter area to stay. Kihei. I love Kihei because they only get about 9 inches of rain annually. I say it's where desert meets the tropics. So Maui, I love, and we have a lot of good friends on Maui. So we always go back to Maui. I love the beaches too. It's great. Maui was like being yeah, it is. It really is. Maui's awesome. And that's what Salt Spring is. Salt Spring's like being on the countryside. It's all rural here. It's not urban. You got to remember, we don't even have traffic lights here, okay? Yeah. They say Maui no ka'oi. Maui, the very best. But my cousin lived on the Hawaiian Islands for 10 years. He lived on the Big Island for 5. And then he lived on the North Shore of Oahu for 5. So when I went to go visit my cousin on Oahu in the North Shore, he took me out diving one day. It was absolutely beautiful. Walked out of his house that he rented with some friends. Walked onto the beach, had the scuba tank on, and we went out diving. It was just awesome. Southwest coast of Florida, cool. Yeah, I've only been to Miami. Look at these comments. This is good to see you guys. No traffic lights in Lytton. That is awesome, Dave. That is so cool. Nature is the best, absolutely. I agree with you, Rock Dust. Nature is the best. And I like being outside. I'm outside every day with my job. My job is, well, that's where my office is, outside. I'm French. I want to know when the pups of banana tree come. The first year of plantation, the second year. They can come the first year. Pups can come the very first year. If it, well, depends how big your banana is, but most of the time you can even get a pup the first year if you plant it. You can plant a pup like this in the spring, and by end of summer the thing's going to be this big, and you can have pups already showing. So, do you ever try to sugar? Yep, rock dust. I have indeed. I've tried. I eat fresh coconut there every time, fresh pineapple, and I've tried lots of sugar cane. It's very fibery, but yeah, you kind of chew on it and then. But yeah, you can get pups on them the first year. It really depends on your soil. If you have very poor growing conditions, maybe not. But if you have great, deep, rich soil and ample moisture and it's high in nutrients, you can get a lot of pups. So you should get pups if it's in good soil. It all depends on the growing conditions, right? You've seen my videos of the bananas at the saloon down the road, and he's got pups coming up like weeds. I think he must have 100 bananas there. He surpassed my banana clump. I thought I had quite a few bananas, but he blows my banana clump away. That's pretty cool. Well, good to see everybody in there, like I say. Hope everybody's staying safe. I'll go for a little bit longer. I actually have to carve a tiki for somebody. I'm heading to Tofino in another month, just over a month. So when I go to Tofino, I got to bring a tiki with me for the surf shop. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to carve surf on the back with my chainsaw and a tiki face. I think a driftwood one would be good. If you ever get a chance and you visit British Columbia, Canada, make sure to visit the Pacific Coast here in the Southern Gulf Islands and the Big Island, okay? So Vancouver Island is massive. And go to the west coast of Vancouver Island. If you guys like palm trees, go to Victoria, go to Vancouver, come to the Gulf Islands and Nanaimo and all those places, very palmy places. I saw you had a cypress in the pond. Yes. Yeah, it did grow a lot. I planted that Bastar in the 1990s. I planted it when it was a 1 gallon. I sold a lot of them at the nursery back then, a nursery I worked at, and they were cheap. I should have bought more of them. I bought one Taxodium justicia, and it was like $7.95 or something. Maybe it was $6.95. I stuck it in our natural pond. We have a natural pond, creek going through it, and it's got to be 25 feet tall or more now. It's a nice tree. It's got a nice trunk on it. Dreamy, in my experience, Mexican people are just like other people, mostly great. Yeah, I guess there's violence. You can find violence wherever you go. I know northern parts of Mexico where they're gang-ridden is not a good place to go. Yeah, well, we grow bromeliad here, chili and bromeliad. I just uploaded a video on them, so you can check out my video. They're getting a nice red color in them. I planted them quite a few years ago, and they're fully fine, fully hardy here, it seems. And we also grow some dickia and gasteria in the garden, and they seem to be fine as well. Lots of different types of yuccas, lots of different types of cactus. Soil is drained. The key is drainage. You need fast draining soil, and our soil is very rocky here and fast draining. I found Mexicans in Canada are nicer. Isn't that interesting, eh? Good observation. I heard Paraguay is a pretty cool place too, and there's some cool stuff I'd like to grow from those places. Now they're fine here. Yeah, chili and Fiscus cularia, I think they call it, is bicolor. It's a really neat plant, and ours are quite big now. You can watch the video. Like I say, I uploaded it this morning, and they're pretty good. The lowest temperature ours have endured was in the December 2008 freeze at 18 degrees. It was around 18 degrees Fahrenheit. My mom is from Paraguay. Cool. I'd like to go there. That's awesome. My wife's lived in Peru for 3 or 4 years and worked down there. I think he's a geologist or something like that. So he worked down there, and he really liked it. Lots of high elevation there. Probably some cool plants there that will grow here, just like chili in Argentina. Well, Butia and Trithrinax are from down there too. Yeah, there's a lot of nice places I'd like to see in the world, but I don't know if I really want to travel right now. You know what I mean? I wonder how the airline business is actually doing. And how about cruise ships? Do you think cruise ships are doing really good right now or really bad? I don't know. I mean, it's a scary thing. I don't know if I'd ever want to go on a cruise ship anytime soon. I've been on 4 cruises, and up to Alaska 3 times and down into the Caribbean, and I had a blast on it, and everybody was fine on the cruise ships, but I know they've had their problems this past year. Yeah, we grow Feijoa celoiana. Okay, it's native to Paraguay. I thought it was native to Chile. Interesting. Okay, and Brazil. Yeah, we have it here. Dixonia beginning of the year. Oh, cool. Right on. That's awesome. Value game. Yeah, they were pretty. Yeah, they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice. Dixonia Antarctica are awesome. I love them. They're great tree ferns, and more people should be growing them. Next country I want to visit is Austria. Austria would be good too. And Chile. I'd like to go to Chile. I'd like to go to Austria, southern Switzerland, Lugano, and Locarno. And I got to go see, I'd like to go to southern Ukraine and, of course, Italy. I'd like to see Italy too. That's on our list. Our bucket list is Italy. Wendy really wants to see southern Italy. But if I go to Italy, I'd probably have to go to Switzerland too. Argentina. Yeah, cool. The Toby Josh. They're pretty compressed. But they were pretty pressed in the middle. Oh yeah, it's native to Chile, Argentina, and Brazil too. Okay, cool. Yeah, a lot of people go Feijoa here, and yeah, we grow it. I've had it in the garden for a long time. It's fully hardy here. Oh, sweet. Oh, she's been to Switzerland. Cool. I wonder what parts of Switzerland she went to. You like Swiss chocolate? Toblerone? Swiss chocolate's good. How about a Swiss Army knife? I got a couple of Swiss Army knives. I'd like to go to Lugano and Locarno. 46 degrees latitude, and it's just amazing. It's like you're in the tropics when you go there. When you think of Switzerland, you don't think of palm trees, but they're growing there, lots of them. Oh, cool. You cut them too early, so value game. When I cut the fronds off of my Dicksonia antarctica, it's when they turn brown, okay? So it retains the fronds right through the wintertime. If they're evergreen here. And unless you have a very bad freeze and it gets down to 20 or below, right? Fahrenheit. So the old fronds stay green until, until probably, about a couple of weeks ago. And then they start to turn brown, and then that's when I cut them off. But I never cut off green fronds. But it puts out a flush every spring. Late winter, spring, they're putting out a new flush of fronds, and they look beautiful. It can put up to 24 fronds, and it's already putting out another one right now. Azores. That's cool. Love to see that too. Also like to see Southern England. My daughter lived there for a few years. I'd like to see that too. Value game, you should get new fronds coming out of it. Make sure to water your tree fern from the top. We grow Cyathea cooperi and Dicksonia antarctica. We have quite a few Dicksonia antarctica in the garden. The other ones are smaller, and we got the big one with 6 feet of trunk on it. That one I planted going into winter number 27 now. I can contact you on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. I have an account, but I can reply. I can never post pictures because I don't own a cell phone. I've never owned a cell phone. I just have my work cell phone. It's in my parks truck. But you can actually message me on Instagram. That's right. You have to visit Ghana there, plantain. That'd be cool. Cool. I like any tropical place, really. Any tropical place is fine with me. Really? Faster than Washingtonia. Cool. There's a Washingtonia right there. See that one? It's one of my seed grown. You can send pictures on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Banana Joe. Just look up Banana Joe. Or you can post them on the Facebook group, my Facebook group, People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants. If you haven't joined it, join it. You'll like it. It's got about, I'm sure there's 7,500 members on it now. It's called People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants. People from all over the world that are palm and exotic plant nuts post pictures on there. So feel free to post away. Do you know about the Jabu? No, I'm not sure. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Sounds like a pretty cool name, though, of a tree. Sounds tropical, too. Oh, do they grow all up inside the trunk of the tree? Is that the one where they grow up and down the tree on the trunk? The branches, is that the one? Maybe I've seen it before in pictures. Yeah, I know it. I'm Banana Joe on Facebook, Value Game. I'm easy to find. Just look for Banana Joe. And you'll see me. I got a Banana Joe like page. And then like I say, People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants, go to that group and join the group. It's a private group, so I can add you if you want to join. And then you can post pics on there too. And you can see my posts on there. I post pictures on there. No, it'd be tropical, Toby, for sure. Banana Joe, yep, just like that. You'll see my picture on there. Just like that, Banana Joe. Just like this says on my card. Banana Joe. Banana Joe is my like page. My personal page has my last name on it. But you can also go to people who love palm trees and exotic plants, and you can actually see my name in there from posts I've done. You can actually click on that, and it'll go to my page, to my personal page. No, not so cold hardy. Most things in the tropics are not going to grow here. You got to remember, I live at 48 degrees north latitude, so we are not anywhere near the tropics here. We are in Canada, so it's pretty impressive when people can grow palm trees this far north. Oh, you got one of those cards. Oh, yeah, you do. That's right. Dave did stay here. White with Dreamy Eyes did stay here. Him and his beautiful family stayed here. Was that last year or the year before? See, losing my memory already. It was last year, I think. Okay, yeah, there's Save Banana Joe. Yeah, there's that one too. The reason that group is there, that group started, I think, in 2007 or 2008 or something, a long time ago. Facebook booted me off. They got rid of my account because they said it's not my real name, and I said it is my real name. So then people started this group. A friend of mine, a friend of mine started this group, and then they gave me back my Facebook, my actual personal page. So that's a good thing. So I got to keep my name on there, because a lot of times you're not really allowed to use a name like that. You have to use just your name, Joe. But that's what I'm known as here. So that's what I use on Facebook as well, and I always have. So when I get in there, I will add you, okay? And then I'll send you a link to Banana Joe. You can go to my Banana Joe like page as well. 2018, God, it was 2 years ago, Dave. That's crazy. Dang, time flies too fast. That's crazy. Hey, you know what's coming up next weekend? It's a long weekend, and I get the Friday off too. So I'm using up some of my holidays instead of taking a month straight off and going to Hawaii, kind of breaking it up. So I'm going to head to Tofino in October, and then I've been taking days off here and there, and then I'm going to take more time off in November and December. I've never been on Facebook. It just doesn't appeal to me. I'm on there. I sell a lot of stuff on there. A lot of people buy my seeds on there. I'm also on eBay, and it's only gardening stuff. I post things on there where people cannot ever gossip about. The only thing, my pages are totally pertaining to gardening, just like this. Most of the stuff I put on here, of course, I'm going to put the odd random stuff on here, like people smashing windows or people messing up the parks to break up the monotony of all my gardening stuff. But that's what my Facebook page is just gardening, pertaining to gardening. All of my groups are all pertaining to gardening, nothing else. And then I got moderators, and I'm the administrator. And if anybody does any spam or says anything nasty, bye-bye, they're gone. Thank you, friends. Oh, yeah, no problem. I will check it out. After I'm this live stream, I think I'll go for an hour, and then I will check it out. People are smashing stuff there now. Yeah, there's lots of hooligans that hang out in the park downtown. A lot of them come from off island, and a lot of times they have too many wobbly pops. Maybe taking things they shouldn't, alters their brain, and then they get kind of crazy. So mess up the place, break a few windows here and there in town, and people here on our island are starting to get very sick. So what I do, I take pictures and I shoot videos of it, and I post it here for other people to see, and I put that on my Facebook. I want that on social media so people can see what's going on. So hopefully something will get done about it. You put out so much. Thanks, man. Thanks, Toby, Josh. I'm a positive person, and I like to be around positive people. So when these trolls, there's the names. I'm going to give you the names again. So if these guys show up on your channel, Brian Lowry, Jonathan Bittinger, and 23ARKO, they're trolls. These guys have been trolling my channel. That Jonathan Bittinger guy, I knew there was something wrong with him right from the start when he started commenting and leaving negative comments, okay? So I knew there was something not quite right about him. I knew this guy could possibly be a troll. When I went to his channel, I saw nothing there. I saw no thumbnail. This guy's a troll. And then he started leaving some pretty nasty stuff. So I nuked him. I nuked him. I nuked Brian Lowry, and I nuked 23RK. So if they show up here again, which I highly doubt, they're going to be gone ASAP. They've been reported and nuked, and they're nothing much more than a pain in the hiney. And so keep an eye on these guys, because they could be trolling you guys too. Since you leave comments on my channel, they could be trolls. So block them. Get rid of them. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think they are too. He comments on my videos. Oh, you're shooting this and you only get 20 views per video. Who cares? Who cares about views? Who cares about subscribers? I do this for fun. You know what I mean? I do this for fun. I like having you guys in there talking. You're just like a bunch of friends. We're getting together and we're having a chat about nice things. And then you always got to get somebody in there to try to ruin it, which it doesn't ruin it for me. I deal with complete a-holes on a regular basis. I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? I work for the Parks Department. A lot of these guys that hang out in the park been pounding back the wobbly pops all day. I have to sterilize the bathrooms with my work partner. Every morning we got to get in there. We do all the garbages. We clean up after these guys. We got to clean the public washrooms. So I put barricades across. Bathroom closed. I put flagging ribbon across. You get guys that come up and start yelling at us and threatening us. One guy threatened to punch out the guy I work with when he went down there by himself last week, and now he can't even go down there to clean the bathrooms by himself. So last Thursday, I think it was last Thursday, I'm in there cleaning the bathrooms, and this big dude from the park comes up and he starts yelling at us. And I absolutely lost, because I have zero patience for that and zero tolerance. I absolutely lost my mind on the guy, man. Like literally, I took my fist and I slammed it into the plywood fence beside him. And I said, listen here, you big dumb, you know what? And I says, if you got a problem with us cleaning the washrooms, don't use them. Get out of the park. That's what I said. So, and I screamed at him at the top of my lungs. I says, you want to bring it on, bring it on. I'm not afraid of any of those guys. So anyway, I had to fill out an incident report. So now two of us have to go down and clean those bathrooms. We can never go alone. I'm not worried. I'll go alone. I'm not afraid of any of these guys, but that's what we got to do. And it's not the first time it happened. People walk right through the barricades. So when I see these trolls on here, I get sick and tired of it. To me, they're just pieces of garbage. And they'll say this crap on here behind the freaking computer, but they'll never say it to my face. If they want to say it to my face, bring it on and say it to my face. I cannot stand these morons. I think most of them are probably a bunch of little zit-faced punk kids that are sitting in their parents' basement on the computer with nothing better to do. That's what I think it is. I looked at the one guy, 23A Arcane, he's a gamer. He's got this gaming channel, right? Okay, so that shows me or tells me that he's just a young guy and he's just out to stir up you know what. So watch them, you guys, on your channel. If Brian Lowry or Jonathan Bittinger, I'm going to say it, or 23ARKO show up on your channel, get rid of them, block them. They're no good. It's negative energy. You guys give off positive energy, and that's what I like. I'm about positive energy, and that's why I like you guys here. You're good people. So I don't really care about subscribers. It's nice that you guys are subscribing and watch my thing. I'm just happy that you guys are watching the videos. That's great. You know what I mean? If you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to subscribe. I do this as a hobby. It's just a hobby to me. And, if people can learn something from my videos, gardening and exotic plants, that's great. You know what I mean? Because I learn a lot of stuff from other people's videos on here, and that's what it's all about. Trolls, I mean, yeah, actually, I bet most are. Yeah, they probably are. I think, Dave, you're probably right. And there's got to be something wrong with them. Yeah. Have the police? No. You know what? You know what? I'll tell you something. Bestar, it's pretty laid back here, and they don't do much. Honestly, they really don't do much. So one day I should actually shoot a video of what goes on in the park and town, and you'd probably be appalled. All day long, they're walking around and they're drinking beer. There's no drinking in the park. There's no dogs allowed in the park, and there's no smoking allowed in the park. And they're doing all of those things, and it's kind of annoying. Because, when I'm weed eating and I hit that dog stuff with my weed eater, guess where it goes? All over me. You know what I mean? So if I see a dog go in the bathroom in the park and the owner's nearby, I'm going to yell at him. I'm going to say, you better clean that up. And if he yells back at me, then I'm going to go over there with a doggy bag and I'm going to say, make sure he cleans it up. Yeah, you know what? Comments. Yeah, I like the comments. Comments are fun to read. And when I post the stuff on my Facebook, when I post the people in the park, making a mess or people breaking windows, it generates a lot of comments. I kid you not. You should see the comments, and people are just really fed up with it. So anyway, yeah. Trolls, like Dave said, they're probably in their 20s and nothing better to do and maybe jealous. Can you give me a small answer to my last question? Oh, sorry. Value game. What's up with the cordyline? Is it a cordyline australis? Give me the dirt. Yeah, no. And Dave, where we live on Salt Spring Island, it's quiet. That's just in town. And you know what? In the wintertime and the crappy months, that really does go away. It's in the summer months. That's when it comes back again. Australis, yeah. We grow Australis here. We have lots of cordyline Australis in our garden. We have one called, I think it's called, is it vanilla fudge? Yeah, vanilla fudge. It's brown center with white margins. We also have the bronze baby, and we also have the regular cordylines. They actually self seed here on areas of our island. I see you have two dislikes. Yeah, oh yeah, no, there's gonna be dislikes. There's always dislikes. When I see dislikes on a garden video, I know they're probably trolls. Well, the one guy says your videos are repetitive. You make so many videos the same. You know what I mean? I said if you don't like them, don't watch them. That's my thing. If you don't like something on TV or you don't like listening to something on the radio, turn the channel. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? You don't have to leave nasty comments. I don't leave nasty comments to people on here. It's not a good thing to do. So it's better just to get rid of those people, and I did get rid of them. So 8 meters is rare, and oh wow, 8 meters, 24 feet. That's a big cordyline. There's some big cordylines here on Salt Spring Island. I think the biggest one is probably maybe 20 feet tall, something like that. And then there's bigger ones on the far west coast too. Oh yeah, I know people do. They do. Yeah. There's a lot of trolls out there, Dave, and unfortunately they'll log on to good people like you and everybody else on here, and they just like to stir up. It's like poking a stick into a wasp nest. They like to stir up trouble. They like to stir up that wasp nest, and it gets a rise. They like to get a rise out of people because it makes them feel good, right? So they are disturbers. That's what they are. They are disturbers, and I'm not into that. I think that's very immature. I don't know what they get out of it, really. I mean, if it makes them happy, that's really weird, don't you think? I think they must have some problem up here to stir up trouble like that. So, trolls are love and joy. I know you're good. You can deal with them. So, and they irritate me, and I could say a lot of bad things to them, and I don't bother. In person, I would. If they did that to me in person, I don't take any crap from people, so I would. I will show you on Facebook with pleasure. Have other ones. Oh, cool. Wow, you're in a good climate then. You must be in southern France, eh? Are you in southern France? Is that where you are? Value game. Cool. That's awesome. You're in a very good growing zone. Yeah, I think our biggest ones are about 13, 14 feet tall, something like that. Yeah, I think they do live a long time. I think they live over 100 years or so, I bet. There's big ones in Ireland. And they might be over 100 years old easily. Yeah, you're in a mild area. So would you be in Normandy? There's some big Jubea palms growing in Normandy, France. They were shell shocked during the Second World War, and there's actually wounds in the trunk and these big Jubeas growing in Normandy. So yeah, check that out. Sweet, yeah, good climate. You probably know about the Jubeas that are growing there. You know what I have in my garden that came from the south of France? A French friend of mine from France was in the south of France in the Riviera and brought me back a bunch of Italian cypress seed. So I grew them all from seed. There was probably about 10 of them, and I kept one. Oh, there's Jonathan Bitcher. Isn't that interesting? He got on here. So this guy here is back in here. There's Jonathan Bittinger. So watch this dude right here. Do you see him right here? There he is. Jonathan Bittinger. There's the name I mentioned right there. He does love palms, but Jonathan, you got to watch him. Okay, Jonathan, there's a guy with the same name as you, and I don't know if it's you or he's using your name, but he was leaving lots of nasty stuff on this thing here. He was reported, and I didn't nuke him. So maybe you're a different one. You're a viewer, so you must be a different one. I'm the place of France, the more on the west. Yeah, cool. Well, Valou, you're in a good climate, and take advantage of it. You can grow a lot of good stuff there. Valou, can I grow in my garden Cygrus? You know what you should try? I don't know what your minimum temperatures are. You know what you could try, Valou? You could try Cygrus cross Butia, which is hardier, but I don't know what your minimum temperatures are there. That's the thing. I think Cygrus could take temperatures down into the 20s for short durations, maybe the mid 20s, a queen palm, maybe low 20s, as long as your temperatures in the daytime rebound the maximum temperature. But give it a shot. I mean, I don't know if you see any in your neighborhood, but they certainly won't grow here. I've put them to the test. Our Syagra's cross Protea seems to be doing okay, suffering a little in the stress, but -10, no, I don't think so. I don't think it would work there. But maybe if you wrapped it up or something. Try a Syagra's Protea. That might work for you there for sure. I went berserk when I learned that Jubea like our climate. Oh yeah, yeah. We have one in our garden. I grew it from seed, and I got the seed from Locarno, Switzerland. I should now go, Joe. Yeah, nice talking to you, Dave. Always good to see you in there. And remember, when you're down on the coast visiting the Southern Gulf Islands, make sure you come and say hi. Bring some of that hot sauce, and I will buy it from you because that was really good hot sauce. I like that hot sauce on everything. Pura Vida Dave. See you later, you guys. Take care. Take care, Dave. White with dreamy eyes. Jonas, my cousin Jonas. Jonas. Oh, there's another Bittinger in there too. Huh. I'm scratching my head now. Remember, folks, nothing surprises me, okay? Nothing surprises me. But it's easy enough to block people on here and report them. I really don't like to have to do that, but, and I will. I mean, the button's right there, so it's easy enough to do. What do you think about Tetrapanax? Tetrapanax papyrifera steroidal giant. Somebody gave me a plant here, and it was really small. I don't know if the rabbit ate it or what, but it disappeared. Fully hardy here, and I want to try another one. I'm brung my Bigfoot to my show until my 3rd grade. Huh. At least you changed your thumbnail. Yeah, Tetrapanax papyrifera steroidal giant is a nice one. And it does get big, but it likes the moisture, I think. It's so dry here. So it didn't look good quite a few months after I planted it. And we did have a rabbit in our yard, so it may have eaten that little one. It was just a little plant. So I'm going to have to get some more seeds from that. I should look on eBay. I think, that's my project tonight when I'm on eBay. I'm going to maybe get some seeds, and maybe I'll get some steroidal giant seeds. That's what I'm going to do for sure. I'm just reading the comments here. Some of them really don't make sense and have nothing to do with this live stream. I hate these trolls, man. Okay. Looks like we got to do some more blocking, folks. Yeah, Tetrapanax Rex. Yeah, nice plant. Really nice. Catalina ironwood seeds would be nice too. Cool. Yeah, those are great trees for sure. So this live stream, I think I'm going to call it quits in a few minutes because I got to start up the chainsaw and do some carving. Like I say, heading over to the west side of the Big Island in another month and a bit, and I got to deliver a tiki to a surf shop. Lots of surf shops over there. I do have some of my tikis over there as well, so another one's going to be in front of the surf shop. There was one, and then the owner sold it and took it with him, so we're going to give him another one going over there. I'm a viewer. Are you a viewer? Are you sure? Well, I see you got a palm tree for a thumbnail now, which is better than a blank image. That's a good thing. Anyway, remember, folks, trolls are not going to last very long on here. They're going to be nuked right away because I don't have patience for trolls. I really don't. And like I say, I deal with a-holes in real life. I'm not very nice to them. And they know that. They know me in the park very well. You know what I mean? I'm in the park every day. So, you know what I mean? If they're not nice to me, I'm worse back. Sumac of, I know it's a tracky name. Sumac of, I know sumac, Ruth typhenia. We have a lace leaf sumac. There's staghorn sumac, but I don't know. I'm not too sure of it. I'd have to look it up. Sumac of Virginia. You're talking about the deciduous tree, right, Balu? Is that the deciduous tree you're talking about? And it gets really neat, kind of fuzzy flower seed heads on it. It's a really neat looking tree. Is that the one you're talking about? Anyway, folks, we are running into just about 1 minute, and I got to get out of my motorcycle clothes and get into some chainsaw carving clothes. Okay, this guy's the douche here. Okay, we're gonna report. There we go. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Jonathan. Bye-bye, Jonathan. I just reported you. What I'd like to find out is some of these guys' IP address. That would be really good too. You need to find that out. My son's good at doing that stuff. So next time he's over here, my youngest son, he can do some of that stuff for me. And then we can find out where these guys are coming from. There's Jonathan in there. He's a total douche. That's the guy I'd like to meet in real life. Jonathan. Jonathan, I'd like to meet you in real life. That'd be just awesome. Face to face. Hey, Mac Attack, see Jonathan in there? We got a troll in there. This Jonathan guy. I'm going to tell you the trolls right now, Mac Attack, since you're a moderator here, okay? Good to see you in there. Brian Lowry, this Jonathan dude, he's nothing but a troll. He's a piece of garbage. So you might want to get rid of him, block him or ban him. I just reported him to YouTube. He's a piece of trash. I don't like him. I don't like the guy. And it'd be really nice to know where he lives. Yeah, he's a jerk, man. He's a total loser and a waste of oxygen. He's a waste of my oxygen and your oxygen, okay? So get rid of him. Please do that for me. That would be really nice. Thanks. Gumac J comes. Yeah, that's it. That's the one I said. Rus typhonia. Yeah, it's staghorn sumac. Yeah, they're really nice trees. I like them. Good fall color too. And they actually do have kind of tropical looking leaves. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Mac Attack. Yeah, he's been nothing. He's just a total harassing idiot. So anyway, I'm going to get rid of him on any of my videos. If I see him on there, he's done. I'm not going to waste my breath with him because he irks me. Yeah, it is toxic. Good, he's banned. Thanks, Mac Attack. You're awesome. You're the man. I see when your thing shows up on your Mac Attack, it's blue. Everybody else's is white. Your name is in blue, and you got a little wrench beside your name, like you're a moderator. So thanks, dude. I appreciate it. And remember, when you're on Salt Spring Island, come visit me, and I'll send you home with some palm seedlings. All right. For other plants, yeah. Well, we grow oleander here too, and it's pretty toxic too. Would be hilarious. If he lived on Salt Spring Island, I would pull up to his front door on my bike and I would bang on his door full blast, man. I'd love to meet him. Oh, that'd be nice. Oh, you have no idea. Anyway, yeah. Ailanthus, Tree of Heaven. You know what? There is H-Hus. Good to see you in there, by the way. Ailanthus, it is beautiful, invasive. Yeah, Tree of Heaven. There's one right across the street from our shop, and it's absolutely massive. I have videos of here when it blooms. It is absolutely beautiful. I love that tree. Thanks, Mac Attack. Totally appreciate it, man. It's good to have you in there. A moderator. It's good to have a moderator on these live streams. So he may come back as another alias here, right? So he comes in as, I think, Brian Lowry. That's another troll, BRYAN LOWREI. That's a troll. And then 23, capital A, capital R, capital K, capital O. 23ARKO. Those are the trolls that have been trolling the channel. So if I see them, they're out of there. And if you see them, please get them out. Thanks for keeping an eye out, man. I appreciate it. They can sell it because it is. Yeah, we got a lot of invasive plants here too on Salt Spring. English Holly is bad. English ivy. Laurels, they spread through the forest. Butterfly bush, Buddleia davidii. Daphne laureola. Yeah, there's a bunch of plants that are really invasive here, and you will see them growing through the forest. And Portuguese laurels too. You'll see them growing in the forest, and I like them. I think they look kind of awesome, but people cut them down. These native plant people, they don't like them, so they nuke them. And big laurels you'll see growing in the forest too, and lots of English ivy. Yeah, value game. Goodbye. Yeah, take care, and I'll check out your thing on Facebook there, and I'll add you and as a friend. Oh, they've been here the last couple of weeks. It's rare that I get trolls, really. The channel's been really good. It doesn't usually get them. It's very rare. I might have had some years ago, but this Jonathan Bittinger guy, he's kind of this persistent. He's a total douche, right? He's a total douche, and so he's just leaving stupid comments, very childish. So he's on here now. Yeah, no, I know. You're a good guy. I can tell the good. I could tell right away he was off by some of his comments because they were quite negative. You know, I would post a video of a palm tree. It says the perfect palm tree. Well, it's not quite perfect if you look at the yellow ends or whatever the brown ends on. Whatever. You know what I mean? I said it's got fronds from top to bottom, but yeah, I could tell there's something not quite right about his posts, and then it led into total trolling. So then I blocked him, but then he came back as Jonathan Pincher again, and then Mac Attack nuked him too. So Mac Attack is a moderator on here, and he's keeping an eye out for, I'd say, dummies like that guy that leaves stupid comments. Like I say, you can't fix stupid, and Jonathan is probably not even his real name. He's stupid, but anyway, that's what he gets jollies out of. That's fine by me. It's not something I would do. All right, guys, I tell you what, I'm going to roll now because I have to do. How does someone become a moderator? Well, they have to be made a moderator. And he told me that a while back. Like, I have groups in Facebook and I have moderators on there because I have so many members in some of my groups. You have to have moderators to control some of the spam on there. So in my Facebook group, People Who Love Palm Trees and Exotic Plants, I have 3 moderators and 1 other administrator. And they keep an eye on stuff because I don't always catch the trolls and the spam on there. So they nuke them before I do. Yeah, I think so. I think Mac Attack, people like that are miserable in their own life, so they want to take that misery out on other people, or maybe they're jealous, I don't know, or low self-esteem or something. It's pretty sad. Maybe the guy needs to be on meds. Maybe it's not even a guy. Maybe it's a girl. Oh, thanks, Toby Josh. I might try carving when I get, yeah, be careful. You know what? I'll tell you one time, I'm going to tell you a story. And I probably told this before on here. When you're using a chainsaw, be very careful. And I always wear chainsaw pants. So I had my chainsaw in my truck, and I had to carve a tiki for a guy, right? He hired me to carve a tiki in a big tree stump, in a cedar stump. I had my chainsaw pants with me, and I was kind of in a rush, and I didn't have my small chainsaw. Sorry, no. I was cutting up firewood that day, and I had my big chainsaw, my big Husqvarna. It's not generally used for carving tikis, but I pulled into this guy's place to kind of just assess the tree, and I was going to come back and carve it with my small chainsaw. I says, what the heck? I'll carve it with my big chainsaw. And I wasn't going to wear my chainsaw chaps. And he says, Joe, you better wear those things if you're going to carve a tiki for me. So I did. I put them on, and I was wearing shorts too, man. So I put my chainsaw chaps on, and I'm carving this tiki with my big Husqvarna chainsaw, and it's heavy. I don't generally, like I say, use it for carve. I've carved a few tikis with it, but on the ground. And this is a big stump. So at the end of the tiki, it's getting heavy, and my arm, you can kind of feel it, and the chainsaw dropped as I finished the tiki, and the chainsaw goes right across my leg. Okay, goes right across my leg. My wife's videotaping this. It's on video. It could be on her channel, Chainsaw Accident or whatever she might have titled it. And it ripped into those chaps, and the chaps has the thread in it, the fiber, and it stopped the chainsaw. The blade's going around, and that would have potentially killed me because it went right around, would have went right through the artery in the leg there, right? So I was wearing your chainsaw pants or chaps. Safety a lot. Jonathan Pincher types out there. It comes to be types out there when it comes to safety equipment. Yeah, a lot of Jonathan Bittinger types out there when it comes to. Yeah, I know. Jonathan Bittinger. I know. Not good, man. Not a good dude. Is that it? Cool. Oh, cool. Right on. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. And that would have ripped into my leg real good. And the thing with a chainsaw, it doesn't cut, it rips. So it would make a real mess. So, and I used to carve a lot of times in my flip flops and shorts years ago, which was totally dumb. And I read some of the comments on those. So safety, and then like I got my chainsaw ticket. I've had a chainsaw course, safety course, because I cut down trees and stuff like that. But at work, I always have to wear chainsaw pants or chaps. Yeah, no, watch it, watch it. It's interesting. You'll make sure you always wear your chainsaw chaps after you watch that. Thanks, Mac Attack. Appreciate it. So, and be sure to check out Wendy's channel too. It's Gulf Island Rock. She's always uploading videos on that as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to roll. I got to get out of this leather jacket. It's getting too hot for me here, and I got to get into something else. And I'm going to carve a tiki. Maybe I'll shoot a video of it, a short video. Okay, take care, you guys. And yeah, I had a ride actually. I was out riding. I went to Ganges and I went to Beachside to have a coffee. So that's why I got to get out of here. Have a good one. Thanks, Mac Attack, for all you do. Everybody else for joining in. And I will see you guys next live stream. I might do another live stream tomorrow too. And if you see Jonathan Bittinger and there are any trolls, nuke them. Thanks, man. I appreciate you watching out for me. You're another set of eyes, and that's a good thing. Stay safe out there, everybody. Plant a palm. You can't go wrong. Happy palm growing. Cheers to you all. All right. You're all good people and good energy.